What's going on, boys? I got the NFL Sunday four-man that can turn $100 into over $1,300. But of course, before we get into that, if you boys could please drop a like and subscribe, that would help me out a ton. It takes you guys literally 2 seconds. All it is, just click two buttons. It helps me out a whole lot. So if you could please do that before getting these picks, I'd really appreciate it. Obviously, I do want to talk to you guys about chalkboard and parlay play before we get into this. This is a very, very, very easy way to make money. Obviously, with the deposit matches from both of the apps, 100% deposit match up to $100 on both of them when using code SBL. So obviously over on Chalkboard, if you guys go download the Chalkboard app, again, throw in that code SBL, you guys do get that 100% deposit match up to $100. You also get one exclusive free pick, plus a bunch of other things that I'll show you in just a second here. But over on Parlay Play, if you guys download the Parlay Play app, again, just throw in that code SBL real quick. You guys do get that 100% deposit match up to $100. Over here, you also get a $5 free game at sign up. That $5 free game does not require a deposit at all. You get it no matter what you put in. So obviously, very, very good deals over on both of them. The main thing we're looking at here is the deposit matches, though. You guys can make $200 in less than 5 minutes. If you guys just go download both these apps, throw in code SBL, you guys, again, can make $200 in less than 5 minutes. It's the easiest way you could possibly make money. When I first started betting, I made hundreds and hundreds of dollars just taking advantage of all the deposit matches I possibly could. So again, very quick, very easy way to make money. But as far as where you guys can use these apps, any of these yellow states on this Parlay Play map right here will absolutely work for Parlay Play. Any of these green states right here for Chalkboard will, again, obviously work for Chalkboard. This is what I wanted to show you guys about both the apps respectively. This over here on the left is for Parlay Play. Absolutely love this about Parlay Play. One, their payouts are already better just to begin with anyways. But two, anything more than a two-man that you guys put in on Parlay Play, you guys get a percentage boost based off of that. So obviously, three-man is 5%, four-man is 10%, and so on. Very simple, but it's just a very, very easy way to rack up a ton of extra money when putting in larger bets. Obviously, Saturdays, Sundays, I do four-mans for you guys, so that adds up very, very quickly over there on Parlay Play. And then this is the other thing I want to show you guys about Chalkboard is their promo page. They literally have a page solely for promos. Obviously, at the top, you guys can scroll through, see all the sports. At the very end will always be their promo page. They have a ton for every single sport, obviously split up by sport. NBA, NFL, NHL, whatever you guys want to bet on, there's always promos over there on Prizepicks, or on Parlay Play, or not Parlay Play, on Chalkboard, I should say. Sorry. Always promos on Chalkboard. And then on top of that, there's also packs that will give you guys payout boosts, sometimes for full parlays, sometimes for certain players, sometimes for certain stats. But there's always a ton of easy ways to make very quick, very easy money with big payout boosts, stuff like that over on Chalkboard. Same thing with Parlay Play with these boosts. Absolutely huge. But with that being said, we're going to jump over to Prizepicks and show you guys some of these picks that I've got cooking up for NFL Sunday tomorrow. Again, as I said, $100 into $1,300, over $1,300. We can make a ton of money over here on Sunday. So we're just going to jump straight into it. Our first one is going to be Travion Henderson. We're taking him over 53.5 rushing yards. Absolutely love this line for him. Obviously, yes, Ramondre Stevenson is coming back this week. I don't care. They're going to want to give Travion Henderson the love that he deserves after two amazing games. Obviously, not a crazy amount of yards against the Jets, but he did have 3 touchdowns. So that's going to help him out a lot. He's going to get a lot of looks here. And on top of that, they're playing far and away the worst rushing defense in the entire league in Cincinnati. Excuse me. So that's going to help a lot. They allow over 160 rushing yards per game. So basically what it comes down to is, do I think Travion Henderson's going to get a third of their rushing yards at the very least? Absolutely. Obviously, again, he's had 2 huge games back to back. He's been doing very well these last 4 weeks. Obviously, Cleveland is the best rushing defense in the entire league. Atlanta's top 5. Another very good rushing defense there. He's just putting up really good yards against really good teams. And the coaches, the staff, they all see that. They're going to want to give this guy the love, again, that he deserves, even with Ramondre Stevenson back. So really like 53.5 yards for Travion Henderson there. And then our second pick is Jahmyr Gibbs, also over rushing yards. This one, no-brainer. Obviously, the graph doesn't really do it justice, but he has missed exactly 1 time at home this entire season, and it was this Minnesota game where, honestly, that entire Detroit team just played really, really poorly, and they ended up losing that game. So that is the one-off. Every other home game that he's played, he's had no less than 90 yards this entire season, and now he's playing the second worst, maybe even possibly the worst rushing defense in the entire league in the Giants. So I see no reason that he should go under this by any means. Obviously, again, Detroit at home just plays so much better, except for occasional one-off games like this Minnesota game. But at home, they play so damn good. And then again, on top of that, they're playing an absolutely horrible rushing defense in the Giants. So 75 should be very, very easy for him. Again, besides that one Minnesota game, he's had no less than 90 every single home game this season. So he should absolutely not go under. And then our third pick I've got for you guys is going to be Trey McBride. We're taking him over 10.5 receiving targets. I know this line seems high. Stick with me for just 1 second. I will absolutely explain this. Obviously, getting a ton of targets really everywhere. The only game that he missed this in the last 5 games is this Dallas game. Wasn't getting a whole lot of love there. Marv had actually a really good game against Dallas, so that kind of is the reason that he missed that. But second week in a row now, Marvin Harrison is out due to that appendix surgery that he had. Obviously, he did miss the San Francisco game. He is missing this game against the Jaguars tomorrow. Another reason why I took his targets instead of his receptions is Jacksonville's tight end defense is honestly not that bad at all, but on the bright side, if you guys go look at all of their past games this season, most of the time the opposing tight end has the most targets on the team. And they're just not really catching it because, again, their tight end defense is pretty good, but they don't really stop teams from throwing to their tight end at all, which I know those two things don't really go together, but for some reason that is true. So even if Trey McBride doesn't catch a lot of these passes, I think that he's absolutely going to get at least 11 targets. Again, Marvin Harrison's out. He just had 11 and then 13 the week prior to that, 13 when Marvin Harrison was playing. So I think that 11 with Marv out against the Jacksonville Jaguars should be very, very easy for Trey McBride to get. And then for our last pick, we actually got to pop up here and find NFL first half because we are taking Jackson Smith-Njigba's first half yards at 49.5. This dude is a first half merchant, obviously. Not saying that he's not good in the second half, but he does have a lot of his really good plays come in the first half. Obviously, huge first half. 119 against Washington, 117 against the Jaguars. Just going absolutely insane in the first half of pretty much every game this entire season. I don't think he's gone under this line the whole season, except for maybe that first game against Arizona. He kind of got locked up just a little bit, but his first halves have been absolutely outstanding the entire season. He's playing Tennessee, who obviously is by far the worst team in the entire league. Not necessarily as far as pass defense goes, but their pass defense is not very good anyways. They're like middle lower end of the pack. And obviously Seattle has one of the best passing attacks in the entire league by a long shot. So 50 yards in the first half for Jackson Smith-Njigba. Honestly, I get the feeling that he could do this in the first quarter, but we will see. Honestly, you give him an entire half, I see no reason why you should not go under that. But I do want to show you guys this before we get out of here. Those are going to be our 4 picks that I've got for you guys for tomorrow's NFL games. Obviously, Henderson, more than 53.5 rushing yards. Really like that one against Cincinnati. Yes, again, Ramondre Stevenson is back, but I don't think that's really going to affect it too much. He's going to get a little bit less play, but again, he's been doing way too good for the coaches to sit him. So love 54 for him. And then Jahmyr Gibbs, more than 74.5 rushing yards. Again, he's gone under this exactly one time the entire season when at home. Every other home game he's had, he's gotten no less than 90. So really like that. And then McBride, more than 10.5 targets. Again, Marv is out. They're playing Jacksonville, who forces a lot of tight end targets. So really like that for him. And then as I was just saying, JSN, more than 49.5 receiving yards in the first half of that Seattle Seahawks game. That over here on Prizepicks will pay you guys $100. Will pay you $1,000 exactly. They always do it super, super like by the book like this, very linear. If you guys take it over here to Parlay Play, we had to switch some of the things just a little bit. Travion Henderson, just a couple more yards there. Jahmyr Gibbs is the same. Trey McBride's the same. They don't have first half on Parlay Play, unfortunately, but JSN touchdown, very free as well. If he's going to go over 50 yards in the first half, he should absolutely get a touchdown. So I love that one if you guys do want to throw it in on Parlay Play. But over here on Parlay Play, again, $100 turns into $1,358. That is a huge jump. If you guys are going to put this play in anyways, I'd really, really, really recommend you guys put it in on Parlay Play. You guys are making an extra $358 just for putting it in on a different app. There's literally no reason not to, especially on top of what you guys get when signing up with this app. You guys can make $100 from just the sign up and then throw that $100 on this. And if this hits, you guys get paid $1,358, almost $1,400. So absolutely love that. And then I did want to show you guys this for Chalkboard. If you guys did want to throw this in on Chalkboard, didn't have enough money in the Chalkboard account to throw $100 bet on there just because I don't really keep money in Chalkboard, but it's still a 13x if you guys were to put $100 on this and pop in one of those free payout boosts that you're going to get. Again, all the lines exactly the same. They did not have Trey McBride's targets, so receptions works just as well. But that one will also pay $1,300 on a $100 bet. So either of these two apps that I'm telling you guys about right now, both of them are going to be better payout wise than Prizepicks, and all of the lines are just about the same, except for some changes here and there. But for the most part, I would really recommend throw it in on Parlay Play, throw it in on Chalkboard. You guys get, again, so much stuff for signing up for these apps. $100 on both apps, plus some free picks, free games, all that good stuff. And then obviously just the payout boosts, all that kind of stuff that you guys get with these apps that you're not going to get on Prizepicks. So again, really recommend either of these apps. But with that being said, that's really all I've got for you guys today. So I'm going to get out of here. I love you guys. I'll see you tomorrow.